So, our thoughts going in. I know my thoughts. I had a lot of people tell me that Deanwood was a very bad area. So, going in, I was kind of skeptical about what to see and what to expect.
Mm-hmm. For me, I've worked near that area before, so I was excited to learn more about Deanwood, but always hearing those preconceived notions from other people always makes you feel a little bit like, oh, I don't know. Like, I thought it was going to be fine, but maybe it's not. Like,
Mm-hmm. I definitely went into it with a lot of caution. Um, we walked around a lot of the residential areas, and I was a little bit nervous doing that at first, but I think we quickly got over that.
during the experience, I quickly felt like at home, I guess. Like it felt very natural to me to be walking around, seeing a lot of the different like neighbors out and about. Like it just made it feel like this is a neighborhood that I connected to, and that made it feel very easy for me to walk around. And those preconceived fears that other people had put on me were quickly dissolved.
I can definitely agree with that. I remember just like when we were walking down the street, and one of the areas that just reminded me of Atlanta, like how it was a whole bunch of trees and shrubbery just like on the walkways, and like it was really quiet. You know, seeing people out and about. It definitely reminded me a lot of home.
Yeah, it felt very, very welcoming as we were in there. There were block parties going on, people dancing on the sidewalk, and everyone was very helpful whenever we needed to know where to go, like where we're going. So it was very welcoming and warm community from what we experienced.
I definitely agree.
After reflecting on the experience a little bit, I think for me, I realized how different it was from the community that I grew up in, but how that's not necessarily a bad thing. For example, like as I stated earlier, it was very warm, very welcoming. I felt as an outsider, I felt very at home. But if you were to walk around as an outsider in my neighborhood growing up, you'd get the stank eye. And you wouldn't feel very welcome at all.
I think one of my biggest takeaways was going into the restaurant and speaking with the cook, and just the way that she made us feel so at home so quickly. Like as soon as she walked in, she greeted us with a greeting and then said whatever is on the menu she can make for us, any combination. It was just that feeling of like, wow, this is actually home for them, and they welcome anybody that comes.
Yeah, definitely. I think with the restaurant experience, the word that comes to mind when I was reflecting is connected. I felt connected. Like seeing those pictures on the wall, seeing the history of the neighborhood with the signs that we saw. Like I just felt like there was a lot in that neighborhood that I could connect with on a personal level, you know, and so that made me feel like it's a place that I definitely want to continue to frequent and to continue to fight those preconceived notions that other people have, and they're like, oh, Deanwood, you know, kind of flip it on. I'm like, why do you feel that way about this neighborhood? Because I know that it's a fabulous place to be. So.
Okay.